becoming a habit.
What's this?
Having to introduce myself.
You'd think that people already know.
They should, but they will. So, right, you cool?
As can be.
Okay, right. Well, welcome to the Halcyon podcast. Slightly different episode layout this episode because what's going on?
We are covering the imminent game between England and Iceland.
Iceland and England, a colossal footballing experience that no one should miss.
It's David versus Goliath, is what it
is. It is what it is, and the guy called Dave is going up against Goliath. I have no idea where I'm going with that. That's a shit intro. Let's go back to the point at hand. I'm your host, Lorne. Welcome to the Halcyon podcast. Introduce yourself.
I am your second
co-host,
Rob.
Co-host Rob.
How do you do?
It's you know what? I'm just going to preface this. It's good to finally catch up with you, by the way.
It actually
didn't say that
really
earlier.
is. Yeah, it's been
fucking. How long has it been?
It's been an age.
Year, 2?
Just a year and a half.
Fuck me,
since
man.
I left Phoenix.
Takes England losing in a major competition to bring us together. Unbelievable.
Well, that's jumping the gun a bit. I don't think we'll lose.
Well, okay, so we're gonna kick. Okay, so this is gonna be the different format.
Yes.
This isn't going to be a straight up podcast. We are doing a preview now. The game kicks off in precisely 12-ish minutes.
Yeah, right about that.
Yeah, 12, maybe 11. I'm not sure. Precise is a stretch. Anyway, the game's kicking on very shortly. We're going to give you our predictions, our pre-match things to watch, and then at halftime, we're going to tell you how right Rob was and how wrong I was.
Or vice versa.
Vice versa, but let's not bet on it. And then we're going to do a post-match analysis, breaking it down, letting the people know what we thought. So, I'm not interested in what I think. I'm interested in what you think. What do you think? Do you know anything about the Icelandic team?
I don't know too much. I know, obviously, is the one we'll all know, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Swansea player, former Spurs player. You'll like him there.
Oh, mate, I love former Spurs players. They epitomise Spurs. Failures.
Although he is, in all due respect, he is a quality midfielder.
He's a decent mid. He's good on the free kick.
Yeah, he's got a good.
Well, we're just watching the promo to this right now, and they're freezing roses.
I'm not sure. A Coca-Cola advert.
Well, I'm not sure if they realise that the English footballing emblem isn't. It's lions. So shouldn't they be freezing?
Rugby, isn't it?
Sorry.
That's the rugby, isn't it? The rose.
Yes, it is. So shouldn't they be freezing lions? Isn't that what they should be doing?
Don't freeze lions. I don't recommend you freeze the lion.
See, that's a recommendation, but not an order. There's a hint of ambiguity there, my friend. I'm going to hold you to that later on. When I see you freezing lions in your spare time, oh my god, it looks like a substitute teacher is interviewing someone who should be teaching and can't be bothered to be here. So, Mr. Hodgson, why do I have to teach this class and why can't you do it? What do you rate? Okay, well, we're going to give predictions, but I just want to get your input. Hodgson, England manager, what's your take?
Well, he's done okay. He's not. I think he's brought the next generation in quite well. I think going forward we've got a tremendous amount of talent that I believe our next manager, I don't think it will be Hodgson after this tournament, win or lose. Maybe, I don't know, maybe win the tournament and he's got a shot, but no, I think after Euro 2016, we've got a couple of them actually. So they're pretty cool, aren't they?
They're alright, they're alright. Do you want to do a bit of product placement? I don't even know what they're called.
I don't know, they just make things smell nice.
Rob is admiring an ornament in my living room which you turn it on and it heats up the wax and it makes the room smell of something.
Yeah, they're actually, yeah.
I know, I'm proper domesticated now, isn't that cool? Isn't that sweet? Right, so Hodgson, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
I think he's got all the charisma.
Yes.
All the that verve, that passion, that will to win as a barn door. Yeah. I think he's pitiful as a manager.
Yep.
I get he had success in Europe, and I get he was revolutionary, but that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Van Gaal.
I know, speaking as an Arsenal fan, I should probably perk down when talking about managers that have been in their roles for far too long. However, that manager has a few trophies to show for,
he does,
and an undefeated side, and 2 players on that panel that have their careers to thank for him.
Yes, yeah. legends.
Thank you very much. I think Hodgson has been a good stayover, but I think he's here a tournament too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2 tournaments was plenty, and he's not proven. Look, I hear this argument of, well, he needs time. Well, think about it. He's had 4 years.
Yeah.
Come on now, you know.
Who would you bring in?
As England manager?
Yeah.
As England manager, see, the thing is, see, this is the thing. The idea of bringing young players through is fine when you're a club manager, but as far as international, you need to get a group of players together, and you need to get game performances out of every single game. It's not about building for the next match.
No.
It's not about blooding the young players. It's about, right, who are the best 11 players in the country? How do we get them on a pitch? Yeah. And how do we make them beat whoever's in front of us? It doesn't matter if it's Armenia or Almira or whatever it's called. And it doesn't matter if it's Brazil, Spain, Holland, Germany, whatever.
Yeah.
How do we get 11 players to play as well? Have I avoided the question enough there?
Somewhat.
Okay, good.
So,
no, I
question.
don't think they should have a manager. I think they should go managerless and let me get out of answering that question. Well, next England manager.
I've got someone in mind.
Go on. I'm going to steal your idea. Lifeline, tagging me in. Right, tag.
Oh.
You're in.
Alan Pardew.
I'm going to tag me back in. Alan Pardew. Tricky. I see where you're coming from.
Most people maybe go for Big Sam. I'd say he's a good shout, but I think Pardew, he's got the energy, he's got the charisma, and he is a proven manager. He's done it at Newcastle, he's done it at Palace.
Yeah.
He's good.
Allardyce, I have zero respect for now.
Right.
When he said on national television he would sign that fucker from Made in Chelsea or The Only Way is Essex or whatever the fuck he's from.
Oh, not Ian Wright.
Ian right.
What's his name? Mark
Wright. Yeah. Said, oh no, legitimately, he's a good player. I'm thinking about signing for Sunderland. I'm gonna slap the fat out of your face for saying that, boy.
Didn't he have? I fully agree. But didn't he have trials? Not trials. Wasn't he semi-professional?
I don't give a fuck. Trial.
Not that counts for anything. But he was semi-professional, wasn't he?
It was just such a. I hope he was joking, and if he wasn't, I sincerely. I was going to say something there. That's pretty controversial. I was going to quote an old John Cleese anecdote.
Yeah.
I was going to say when he met Steve Coogan for the first time, Steve Coogan drove off in his Ferrari after filming one day, and he goes, "Who's that man in that Ferrari?" And they go, "Oh, Steve Coogan. He's a very talented actor, isn't he?" And they go, "Yes, he is." I do hope he gets cancer. Only he can get away with saying that. Now, if I went on to say, "Yeah, I hope Sam Allardyce gets cancer," I might not come back from that one. So I'm going to stop short of saying that. I'm going to say, I hope Sam Allardyce has a mild brain aneurysm. He'll survive, but he won't be able to manage anymore.
It'll be unpleasant.
To say the least.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, so we hear the national anthems with KSI branding on the shirt, as of course is tradition.
What does KSI stand for? Do you know?
KSI, what for the National Icelandic Association of Killer Sharks?
Killer Shark Association.
I have no idea. KSI, unless they spell football with a silent K.
You can't unsee that now, can you? Every time you see KSI.
Killer Sharks Internationals. I don't know. Look at the Icelandic football team.
They all look the same.
They all look genuinely unfussed about the fact that they're there.
They have Idager Johnson though. That is their.
Is he? I thought. Is he?
Yeah, he was there. You just see him there on screen.
Oh well, he's not had a career in 10 years. That's probably why I don't recognise him. Okay, well, this national anthem's going on for a while.
Sounds like we're in a church.
Let's try and figure out what KSI stands for.
If in doubt, Wikipedia. But is it worth it?
It's not worth it.
It's not.
No.
He seems far. Well.
Okay, so the kickoff is near. The kickoff is in mere minutes. We've got another ad break to sit through, but still. So the kickoff is happening. Right, prediction. Score. Hit me. 3, 2, 1, score.
4-0.
4-0!
Yes.
It's game over before it starts. England are out. You heard it from Rob.
4-0 England.
4-0 England.
Yeah.
Who's getting the goals?
Eric Dyer on the score sheet.
Okay.
I'm going to go Wayne Rooney.
Okay.
He'll bag us a goal. I think Sturridge will.
Is he going for 4 goal scorers then? Are you saying Kane's getting one? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying Kane's getting one.
Okay, Sterling.
I'm going to go, what you said earlier, I'm going to back either one of the 2 centre-backs or get a header from a set piece.
Set piece goal. Okay, right. Yeah. I'm going to make a prediction, but I'm going to weasel my way out of making a straight one.
Right.
I reckon if we get a goal in the first half, it'll finish 2-1 to us.
You think we'll concede?
I think we'll concede. I think there's no 2 ways about it. The defence is solid, but it's at the mercy of our midfield falling asleep. We're very, very vulnerable to the counter.
Sure.
And set pieces. I worry about set pieces, and international football.
Yeah.
How many small teams dominate? They're like mini Stokes. They just come in and score from set pieces. I think if we score in the first half, it will be 2-1 and we will win. We will see out the game. If it waits till late on, I've got to be honest, I think England will get frustrated. They will throw too many men forward and they will get hit on the counter.
Yeah. I don't agree. I don't think we'll get frustrated.
Only one man can be right. Only one man can be wrong.
So.
Coming up, what's the cool way of bridging this? Well, okay. Well, let's make it sound okay. So, the Titanic clash. That's probably not a good way of saying it, considering it's Iceland. They have icebergs, and the Titanic hit one. A clash of colossal proportions in England versus Ireland. Iceland. Anyone is going to play England.
Someone's going to get knocked out.
Someone's going to get knocked the fuck out, Anthony Joshua style.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a fight. Did you watch that?
I did watch that.
We will talk about that another time, because that's nothing to do with football. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
I have no idea. I did bring him up.
It's a knockout stage, so someone is going to get knocked out.
Okay, I'm going to...
Will it be Anthony Joshua style? Inside?
Well, only time will tell. We're going to sit through this wonderful advert for Ford in which they offer to repaint your car, apparently. But anyway, right, so... Oh, they've missed a bit. Anyway, right, so...
It's a nice colour.
England versus Iceland is coming up next. The third of the podcast, because this will be a 3-part podcast that will be skewed together to make one long, joyous one.
Yes.
Will be coming up in a little while after the first half is finished. And we'll be playing now. So thank you very much for joining us for part 1.
Thank you. Join
us a little bit later on for part 2. Rob, wrap it up for me.
And that's a wrap.
That's a wrap! Just start this podcast off the right way. Fuck!
What about sums it up? Yeah.
Tell them what's going on, because I'm too fucking angry.
I can't put into words what's really going on, to be honest. I'm still in a little bit of shock as to what the hell is happening here. You know?
Right.
Part of me thinks that we should kind of expect this being England at a major tournament, but...
Right. For those of you who can't sense the tone, part 2, professional. Welcome to the second part of the Halcyon podcast, with me, your host, Lorne.
With co-host, Rob.
And we are witnessing a capitulation of sorts of an old man and an assembled group of overachievers, it would seem. England are currently 2-1 down against Iceland, having been 1-0 up after 4 minutes thanks to Sterling befalling the Iceland defence, Rooney tucking away the penalty very nicely. All rosy days, sunshine roses, holding hands, skipping down the road.
That's it.
What happened next?
Well, shambles is quite... I was struggling to find the words, but shambles would about sum it up.
What happened next, ladies and gentlemen, was very simple. Iceland, within 36 seconds, less time than it takes you to get up, make a cup of tea and come back, spill it over yourself and throw the cup at a family member. They were already 1-1. Throw in, very poorly defended header. Kyle Walker lost his man, slots it past, and a bewildered Joe Hart 1-1. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. We've got the lion's share of possession. We've got the better attack. Okay. Oh, what? Bang. Counter attack again. Joe Hart really ought to be doing better.
Yep.
Gary Cahill really ought to be doing better. And Eric Dyer, to your point, was a ball watching.
The whole, in that segment, in that little bit of play there, which led their player to take the shot, no one was round him. Within 2 or 3 yards, all around him. Nobody was round him. You know, he had a free shot on goal. It's unbelievable.
Well,
how that's happening.
We now faced with a situation, 45 minutes. I think we can both agree the system is not working. No. Right, this is 2 reasons. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
The pressing game works to an extent. We are getting chances on goal. However, the chances are not being taken clinically enough.
They're not clear cut.
And they're not clear cut. More to the point, they are lacking the patience needed in that final third. They keep trying to shoot from outside the box because no one is making the run. And even when Bless's right, you'll never hit me.
A couple of runs. Sterling's made a couple of runs.
Couple of runs
in the box.
Kane has come out on a number of occasions, tried to get the ball, make a play for himself. I respect that. Yeah. It's why I like him as a striker. He's not a one-hit wonder anymore. Fair enough. But that's it. No one else is making that key run. Dele Alli, what a muppet. Stop looking for the penalty and play to the whistle.
That was abysmal, to be honest.
Right. So let's stop ranting. Let's be the voice of reason here. Let's be the voice that said proudly, this is what we're going to do, and did it. So, unless there's a point you want to make. Sorry, Rob.
No, just a quick point I will make is
go for it.
The first part of this podcast, you did say how we would point out that I was going to be right and you was going to be wrong. I'd like to rectify that and say, you know what, you were right, I was wrong. You know, I said 4-0. I didn't think we'd concede. Yeah. You said we'd concede.
I did say that, but let me go one further and say we were both wrong.
Yeah.
Because we both thought we might have a shot at winning this match. Well, you know.
Got some ways to go.
Show. Listen, well, serves us right. I mean, we were fools. I mean, Iceland, renowned for their immense footballing ability, Ballon d'Or winners,
left, right,
practically grow on trees over there.
You know, yeah, superstars.
Where do we go from here then? Right, are you changing the system?
Yes.
Right, he's changing the system. What's he changing it to?
As I said, a 4-1-2-1-2.
Okay, so he's going for the diamond. Yep. Right, okay. Now, this is the thing. Right, unfortunately, I'm going to have to caveat here. We're watching the ITV coverage of this. These Icelandic fans are celebrating. That's great. We're all very proud of you. Know that none of your players will ever compete at club level and you're insignificant compared to us. I'm only saying this out of spite. I'll probably have to retract that and make an apology at some stage if I ever become famous.
If they ever win.
If they ever win. In fact, yes, it's not over yet, but Ian Wright's expression says it all worries. Right, this is my problem. This is what we need to address.
Yeah.
The pressing play is working to an extent. However, the counter-attack from Iceland is devastating. They look like they're going to score on the counter-attack every single time. Now, this is a problem because when you play pressing football, all it takes is one ball. It's the problem Bayern Munich have.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich have this problem all the time. Now, a lot of the time, sure, a lot of the Bundesliga sides lack the pace to hurt them. Come up against a Dortmund or a Wolfsburg or I can't remember who. I think it might have been Schalke.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think it was Leverkusen. I don't think it was Munja Black.
Oh.
Interesting choice. Right, Will Shear is being brought on for Dyer, who Dyer has not had a good game, it has to be said.
No, he hasn't.
Not the player I'd have brought off though, so is that the only change he's making though?
Same.
Right, well Vardy remains on the bench, so do you think that, so are they changing it? Are they changing that then? Is Rooney playing at the tip of the diamond, Wilshere at the base, or are they staying with the 4-3-3? Or
I think they must be staying with the 4-3-3.
Right, okay, interesting. Well, kickoff is just moments away for the second half. For me, they've got to stop this counter-attack. Fine pressing, but 2 things. Right, someone needs to make the run. Don't look for the worldie, and stop this counter-attack. You have to get that under control. You get that under control, you nullify their attacking threat. Sterling needs to produce more of a final product, and someone needs to step up and get this goal. Someone, anyone.
And lastly, as well, this is a knockout game. You know, we've got 45 minutes to stay in the competition. We have to throw caution to the wind and go for it a bit more.
We do. We have to. We have to get the second. Rob made an excellent point. We've got to get this second goal before the half. Why? Well, what incentive is there for the Icelanders to come out of their half now? They can camp for as long as they like, knowing full well they'll hit us on the counter. So, we will join you again after the second half has finished. Hopefully England will have redeemed themselves, proven us both wrong. So thank you very much for listening to the second part of the Halcyon podcast. I've been your host, Lorne.
I've been Rob.
And we will see you very, very shortly. Right. Welcome to the third part of this special edition of the Halcyon podcast with your host Lorne
and Rob.
And you join us on the precipice of an immensely disappointing evening.
It has so frustrating.
Right, so Iceland are 2-1 up against England as we speak. England have 5 minutes of regular time. No, 4.5 minutes of regular time. Now, they've improved
somewhat
in certain circumstances. Kane and Vardy have actually... Well, number one, Vardy's on the fucking pitch.
Yep.
Hallelujah. Wouldn't you believe it? The guy who scored the second most goals in the Premier League this season is actually an attacking threat. Rooney's coming off. Who's going on? Okay, so interesting. Wayne Rooney is coming off.
Marcus Rashford.
Rashford. Now this is we were debating this.
Yeah.
Who are you bringing off? Rooney's a big call. Big call. You're playing for the draw, and you're gonna take Rooney off that experience. Well, if they get the goal, can they survive the half? This is the thing. Right. So let's see. Just under 4 minutes to go now. What would you say has been the main reason for England's downfall this half?
It don't look like we've wanted it really as much as we've just the final ball, the final anything has just been awful.
Would you say that we've looked desperate for a lot of the game?
We've looked desperate. We haven't looked like we're a unit.
Well,
yeah.
we've highlighted a couple of players. Number one, Daniel Sturridge.
Yeah.
He's very tricky on the ball, but how much positivity is he bringing to the second half? I would argue not, man. Ball into the box, goalkeeper sees it out. Absolutely piss poor delivery there, and that's been the story. All these long balls, all these long passes, zero chemistry, zero conversion rate. What happened to the short passing game? We've had the majority of possession. Ball's been in their half. We've got decent passes of the ball.
Yep.
And yet they give up when they get to the box. I don't understand it. I really don't.
I'm with you on that. I mean, like, what good is possession if you're not going to do anything with it at the end?
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
You know, it's like they old. What do you say? You don't want to be speaking to a girl all night at the club, buying drinks all night, for then somebody else to take her over the end of the night. You know? That's the old.
Well, they've waited until the 85th minute to bring Rooney off. So clearly they weren't banking on taking Rooney home.
No.
If you're going to go ugly, you go early.
Yes.
And with Rooney, you'd go early. You'd go before you even left. Right, so under 2 minutes, and the Icelandic team are on the counter yet again. Play's broken down. Walker's got the... Oh, okay, fair enough. I guess that isn't a throw-in. That has to be argued as well. I've got real issues with the refereeing of this match. The referees let an awful lot slide in terms of the Icelandic team manhandling. Oh, right, classic case in point. Slight nudge. It was there, but that's a free kick, is it? The rest of the match, they've got two hands on our players at all times. Not a fuck was given. This is well. We go into the last minute and the ball's at the wrong end of the pitch. I've got a feeling it's about to stay there. Oh my days! It's not going to fall to him. Thank fuck for that. As you probably noticed, this is a bit of a play-by-play. We've just decided that considering the high likelihood of this game finishing as a 2-1 loss, we were going to feel pretty dejected. Although Rashford, come on Rashford, get in there. Plays it through, but he's won a corner.
That's what you want, good lad.
If you want to pick some positives out of this, Rashford's been very positive in the slight times he's... Look, just take the corner, not messing around. Who cares who takes the corner, just get it in the box.
Oh.
Get ready for the longest goal kick you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy must be immensely disappointed, considering he's come to this tournament on merit. He's not here by his name. He's worked his balls off all season.
Yeah.
He's got the skill, he's got the quality, he's proven it when he's given the chance. One start.
Yeah.
One start. And half an hour appearances in the last two games. You've got to think he's been underutilised this tournament. You have to believe that.
Yes.
And like I say, I don't want to bring this back to my first podcast. I know he can have positive influences, but Rashford again, he wins it. See, Rashford, tremendously positive. But is it too little too late? I don't know. But here's my point. Wayne Rooney, I would argue that he doesn't bring enough to the team anymore. I get that he's a good player, but I would have him on the subs.
Yeah.
Sorry?
On tonight's performance, you're right.
Well, I would have I was elated when Rooney had a decent game against Wales. But this is it. This has been this is what you'd have to say, right? This sums it up perfectly. England have been playing like there's 10 minutes to go all game.
Yeah.
Too impatient. Too... Right, can Walker finally get it in the box? Oh, Wilshere was just put off there. Wilshere again. I don't want to nitpick, but Wilshere's been not. He's been not creative enough where it mattered, and he's not been solid enough defensively to warrant his position for me.
He looks hungry. I'll give him that.
Hungry as hell, but his defensive positioning, his ability on the ball when under pressure, it's just been lacking tonight. Well, with a minute of added time to go, this has to be the last push. It has to be the last push. Most of the team are forward now. The ball is not falling kindly.
All over.
One more minute to go. And the Icelanders are going to take it to the corner. No.
What's he giving it to us for? Fair enough. Fuck it. Just one.
It's an England free kick, I think, because he handballed it. Last of the added minutes, right. If now is the time to make you move, boys. Look at this. Exactly as we were Wales. 4 options in the middle. Go on, Rashford. Go on, Rashford. Oh, he's tripped himself up. Immensely talented young footballer, but the inexperience shows there. Sturridge, but to be fair, Sturridge has been doing that all game, making it way too complicated for himself. Rashford, you can't blame him. He's 18 years old.
All he's done is just come on and just run.
Come on, Wilshere.
Bang it.
This has got to be the last chance. That's it. Make the clever pass. That's it. Ping it in. He's gonna get it. No, he's missed it. Oh my days! He's only gone and missed it. Sturridge finds the ball. Vardy. Oh no, it's a corner as well. He's got it right. Come on, this is it. Last minute. This has to be it. Hart is up for the corner. You can't emphasise enough how important this is. Pings it in. Oh, the silence is not the recording breaking down. That is the silence of a defeat that is unbelievable. I'm going to have to annotate here because my co-host is as speechless as me, except for I'm full of wind. I can feel. I'll speak for him on this one by saying I can't believe what I've just seen.
I really can't. I'm speechless. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm speechless. I can't.
This is but if Roy Hodgson manages to hang on to his job after this defeat, I will be utterly astounded.
On that performance, we didn't deserve to win.
Didn't deserve to win.
If I'm being honestly truthful.
It's one of those situations where we just weren't patient enough. Didn't show the kind of patient build-up we did against Wales. We had 60 to 70 minutes. 60 to 70 minutes to score a goal. Sturridge was making it too complicated. Rooney was not positive enough, arguing that we should have played the ball a lot faster when he was the one slowing the ball down. Not clinical enough in front of goal. There's no one person who's at fault for this, though. It has to be said. This is a immature performance.
Yeah, it was. It was an immature. Just spot on there.
So if I'm, say what you need to say. I'm going to be speechless for a second.
No, it's unbelievable, to be honest. I think nobody give, unless you're an Iceland national, nobody give Iceland a shot. This was England's game to lose, and lose it they did.
Well, this is right. We're not going to draw this out. This was a play-by-play, so I think it should end as a play-by-play. But I will end it on this note. Tell me, feel free to agree with me, feel free to disagree with me. It's an immature performance. But look at that team. It is very young.
Yeah.
So hopefully, they can take this experience and go to the World Cup more mature as tournament players. And hopefully, and this is something that pisses me off to this day, right? You're going to look at two guys' coverage in a minute. Ian Wright, Lee Dixon. Look at the appearances they had for England.
Yeah.
Would you say they were utilised to their full potential? No. Look at Vardy. How much of an impact could he have had given the chance? Yeah. He's been given an hour an hour off the bench, and did he finish the match against Slovakia?
Did he start?
I think he started.
Oh, he
started Sturridge and Sturridge. See, this is the question. What did Sturridge do against Slovakia to warrant the starting spot that Vardy didn't?
Lallana as well. Lallana's been one of our best players. I don't understand what. I think actually he was.
Well,
he's picked up an injury, didn't he?
Well, maybe. But my.
I don't know. He didn't.
Three things come to mind here. Number one, you've left Danny Drinkwater at home, which means that Jamie Vardy doesn't have a link-up guy who knows how he plays. Yeah. Number two, Wilshere has been off the pace all tournament. I don't like saying that as an Arsenal fan.
Yeah,
but he's been off the pace.
If I'm honest, I said this to you the other night, but he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been at the tournament.
Fucking half an hour of football all season. No, shouldn't have gone.
Like the likes of Drinkwater, you got even Mark Noble. Like he's had a blinding season.
Do a job for you. Absolutely.
That's what you do. It's what you need players in there to do. Do a job for you.
Yeah, pick players on merit.
Yeah. What is the point in a player busting his ass all season to try to get that accomplishment of playing in your national team, for you to get shunned by, for somebody who's barely played all season, is injury ridden, and
All right, well, let's end it on this one last set of questions. Two questions. Number one, who's been? I know it's hard.
Yeah, go on.
But who's been your England player of the tournament?
It's a toss-up between Lallana and Walker, because I thought, group stage. This is only group stage alone, because I don't think nobody for us played well tonight at all. If I'm honest, so group stages, Lallana or Kyle Walker.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna. I can already hear. I can hear Boswell. Kyle Walker for me. Kyle. Yeah, I mean, you look at what he had to work with in terms of the final product. At least he tried. Sterling has got to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because his final product was non-existent. He won a penalty, and that was it. Well, that draws. That draws this set of podcasts to a close, I suspect. No more football talk for a while.
No.
except for maybe the final. We'll see. But yeah, so that was England versus
Well, quickly,
Iceland.
just quickly before we cut this football podcast off.
Okay.
Who are you calling to win the whole thing?
I'm going with my original pick of Germany. I think Germany are just too strong. Although saying that, Spain have fallen today, so who knows? Tournament's wide open. Maybe, well, if it comes down to Germany, Italy.
That is the next game.
Italy have something on German.
It's the next game, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Wait, is it? Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
interesting. Well, if it is,
It is.
oh, it's always an interesting fixture. But yeah, so my pick's Germany. Who's yours?
It'll be. I'm gonna go with yourself, Germany. I think it'll be a Germany-Belgium final, and the Germans to win it.
Well, you're about to witness two fully grown adult English men immigrate to Germany. So this has been it's been your host Lorne. Let you sign off there, buddy.
Co-host Rob, appreciate having us on.
Listen, dude, it's been epic having you on the
epic.
show. Sorry, it's not under better circumstances. Wish we were as happy as that kid.
It looks happy then.
Oh my days! Right, well, sorry, we're just watching a kid do a Lumix advert, flying through the air sideways, looking happy with himself.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what it was like to be happy.
England fan.
Well, exactly. I'd love to remember what it's like to be happy as an England fan. Yeah. Right. Well, I was interrupting your sign off. Sorry there, buddy. I've been your host, Lorne.
I've been Rob.
He's been Rob. That was England versus the footballing Leviathan of Iceland. Now clear favourites to win the tournament.
Of course.
We will see you very next time. Thanks very much for listening to the podcast. The next podcast will be dropping very shortly. The next review afterwards. And be sure to stay tuned for the new show, which is going to be called Halcyon Razor Review. Hopefully we're going to be getting my boy Rob in on some of that as well, assuming we can find a topic that we both feel passionate about. We'll both see you real soon. Thanks a lot for listening.